A fierce battle over Zimbabwe's constitution is now unfolding inside parliament, and this time one lawmaker has stepped forward to strongly defend Constitutional Amendment Bill No. 3, better known as CAB3. Honorable Joseph Mapiki joined the heated debate as lawmakers continue discussing one of the most controversial pieces of legislation in recent years. Supporters say the bill will strengthen governance and modernize Zimbabwe's political system. Critics say it could fundamentally change how power is exercised in the country. So what exactly is at stake? And why is CAB3 dividing Zimbabwe like never before? Let's get into it. Zimbabwe's parliament has entered a critical phase in debating Constitutional Amendment Bill number 3. The bill, which has generated intense discussion across the country, is now at its second reading stage, where members of parliament debate its contents and decide whether it should move forward.
Saka ndaifunga kuti aiwa temu yokunzi ngaiextendwe kunonzi kuextenda zvina kunzi matemu mairi asi dai kwanzi makore mairi ari kuwedzerwa taiti aiwa anenge amatemu mairi asi zvangonzi chete kana bhurugwa riri diki unongoti waiwa wedzerai kamupendero kacho kuti ringe rinoti kwanei kwete kuti unenge wana mabhurugwa mairi. Mubato wechigaro kana bhodhoro rewawa radzika rapasi ukanzi vanhu vachingoti ndiriwo mbichana zvina kunzi wapuhwa rimwe doro bhodhoro aiwa vari kungowedzera bhodhoro hwanga hurimo. Saka ndiri kutaura kuti nyaya yanzi aiwa wedzerai chete, hazvina kumbonzi itai makore mamwe matemu mairi vanzi wedzerai chete. Ndofunga munoti nemagweta nevamwe vanoziva zvomutemo vanogona kuravarava. Ndaifunga kuti manzwi iyayo atarise kuti kuwedzera.
Among the legislators participating in the debate is Hon. Joseph Mapiki, who added his voice to the growing discussion surrounding the proposed constitutional changes. The debate comes at a time when political tensions are already high. Supporters of the bill argue that constitutional amendments are necessary to adapt governance systems to changing national circumstances. Opponents, however, believe some of the proposed changes could have long-term consequences for Zimbabwe's democracy. CAB3 is no ordinary piece of legislation. It proposes significant constitutional changes that could affect how Zimbabwe is governed in the future. Among the issues attracting attention are proposals relating to presidential elections, parliamentary authority, electoral processes, and the structure of certain constitutional institutions. That is why every speech in parliament is now being watched closely. Every argument matters, every vote matters, and every lawmaker who takes the floor becomes part of a debate that could shape Zimbabwe's future. Supporters of CAB3 argue that constitutional amendments are normal in any democracy. They say constitutions are living documents that must evolve with time. According to this view, reforms can improve governance, strengthen institutions, and create political stability. Some lawmakers supporting the bill have argued that certain electoral reforms could reduce political tensions and improve cooperation between the executive and parliament. Their message is simple: the constitution should evolve to meet modern challenges. But critics strongly disagree. Opposition politicians, civil society groups, constitutional lawyers, and activists have raised concerns about some provisions within the bill. They argue that constitutional changes should only happen with overwhelming public support. Others fear that some proposals could weaken democratic safeguards and reduce direct public participation in leadership selection. As a result, the debate has become much bigger than Parliament itself. It has become a national conversation. What makes this moment particularly important is that Parliament recently received hundreds of thousands of submissions from citizens during nationwide consultations. Those submissions are now part of the debate. Supporters say public consultations demonstrated strong backing for key proposals. Critics question whether all views were adequately represented. This means lawmakers are not just debating legal clauses. They are debating competing visions of Zimbabwe's future. And there is another issue. The atmosphere surrounding the debate has become increasingly tense. Reports indicate that parliamentary proceedings have even faced security concerns, with some legislators raising fears over threats linked to the highly charged political environment surrounding CAB3. That shows just how emotional and politically significant this issue has become. For some, CAB3 represents reform. For others, it represents risk. Now, let me ask you something. When a constitution is being changed, who should have the final say? Should elected members of parliament make those decisions on behalf of citizens? Or should major constitutional changes always go directly to the people through a referendum? That question is now at the heart of Zimbabwe's political debate, and the answer could shape the country's future for generations. As Hon.Joseph Mapiki and other lawmakers continue debating the bill, all eyes remain fixed on Parliament. Will CAB3 secure enough support to move forward? Will opponents succeed in slowing or blocking the process? And what will the final version look like if it becomes law? Those questions remain unanswered. But one thing is certain. The battle over CAB3 is becoming one of the most important political debates Zimbabwe has faced in recent years. And the outcome could redefine the country's political landscape. Now, I want to hear from you. Do you support CAB3? Do you believe constitutional reforms are necessary? Or do you think major changes should first be approved directly by the people? And what role should Parliament play when debating issues that could affect future generations? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more Zimbabwe and Africa news. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.
Asi ndakanzwa wangu wamwe wataura uku kuti aiwa mataura enyu Mapiki kuti tozvida koma dii kungoita zvira mmoyo kuti amai mukadzi wababa azvifambe zvitaurwa kunzi amai mukadzi wababa asi vanozviziva zvavo ikoko kuti amai mukadzi wababa. Saka nyaya yema-elections hapana budiriro yanga ichiitwa nekuti pa2 years mukurwisana pamakore mamwe 2 munenge muchirwisana. Saka MP ega ega anenge ari muchishi
ropa gara pasi man.
Order. What's the point of order?
Elections.
Honorable Makumire may take your seat. Honorable Mapiki, you may proceed.
Aiwa, maita basa mbato wechigaro. Kana tikapinda mufamily mega mega, pano vamwe baba vanonzi kana munin'ina wako akasumuka achitaura, vanhu vanongoti nyararai ndo zvaari. Saka ipapa tinongonyarara separamendi nokuti ndo zvaari. Panogona kunge pakadyiwa mombe dzoumai, vanhu vanongoti chionai mangwana kuti zvinogo zvaenda zvakaita sei. Maita basa mbato wechigaro. Mbato wechigaro ndoda kuenda panyaya yataurwa kunzi mapepa edu anofanira kunge zvese zvakuenda